Alrighty, I just want to share my morning because I have a podcast that I call the Tao of June, and in it I was talking about just anxiety and how to dance with fear and anxiety. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good spot where the lighting would be okay. But anyways, so this morning my appointment here was supposed to be at 9 o'clock. I woke up 7:30, and I have to admit I was slow getting out of bed. But I had took care of my cat Christopher. Made sure he had food. He meows at me. Anyways, and then made sure my dogs went out, got their time outside, and fed them. And I like to give my dogs a little extra time before I come to work because my wife and kids aren't home anymore. Nobody's home to let them out. So, I feel bad about that. So, oh my goodness, this wind. So I kind of got a late start leaving this morning. I left at 8:30. I left my house at 8:30, and so I sent my client a text. Hey, what's up, Steel Texas Gal? So I sent my client a text this morning, letting her know I'll be there between 9:30 9:45. The appointment was at 9, so only 30 45 minutes late, right? I say only. I get here a little bit before 10 o'clock, and so I'm already late, right? Anxiety, my chest feels tight. I'm feeling my heart beating faster. I'm feeling that fear. She's probably mad at me, What if I get fired? That kind of stuff. And so then I come up here and I start setting up, I set up my equipment, but it's super cold, right? It's like 44 degrees, and I check the weather, and it's gonna be 46. The high is gonna be 46, and look at this. There's like a wind tunnel here. See that? It's like a wind tunnel, right? So when the wind blows, rushes through here, it was like, oh my god, like cutting through my body, right? And I didn't have any of my long sleeve shirt on. I had my short sleeve shirt on because I take him to a self wash. I didn't want to get my long sleeve shirt wet, so that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking it through, and so I wore my short sleeve shirt out because yesterday was it wasn't this cold. So I text the client again. I was like, I'm really sorry. It's so cold back here. I'm gonna run to Walmart and grab a long sleeve shirt, and I'll be right back. She texts, okay. That's it, just okay. I'm like, oh no, she's mad. My heart's like sinks. And so then I run to Walmart. First I go to Walgreens because it's closer. They don't have it. Now I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have made that stop. More times cut off. So anyways, it's almost 11 o'clock by the time I get. It's 11 o'clock now, I think. So I checked the back door because the back door was supposed to be open, and I saw someone leave, and so I think maybe out of habit they just locked all the doors, and so now I have Bailey barking at me, and I have no way to get to him. So I sent her another text. It looks like all the doors are locked, and I haven't got anything back, and it's like, anxiety, right? It's like, oh no, they're mad at me, her, So here's what I do. I just breathe, right? And I remind myself what John Kabat-Zinn talks about in his book, The Full Catastrophe Living. If I'm gonna be late anyways, might as well just accept the situation, right? And if I'm gonna feel this anxiety anyways, might as well really feel it, right? Might as well really be in the moment and be an observer of it and don't judge it, right? So then I start asking myself questions. And like Tony Robbins says, the quality of your life depends heavily on the kind of questions, the quality of questions you ask yourself. So instead of asking myself, why am I such an idiot? Why am I always so late? Why am I always so useless? Why am I always so worthless? Instead of asking those kind of questions, because my brain will literally start to go to work subconsciously, even if I'm not aware of it, and to answer those questions, well, you're an idiot because you've always been an idiot. You're born by an idiot. Like your father's an idiot. You're gonna be an idiot. That, and it's like, and you start to believe that. So instead of asking why am I always late, why am I such an idiot, I can ask myself, why am I feeling this way, right? And so then I can say, well, it's not the money. I mean, it's really not the money because, I have passive income coming in, and also there's a lot of other things I could be doing right now. I could be working on my next book, working on my audiobook. Anyways, so it's not the money, it's not the business, because there's people emailing and waiting, like I can't take any more clients. So it's not the business, it's not the loss of income, it's not the loss of business. That's not what's bothering me or scaring me. I guess what it is the loss of respect, the loss of somebody someone's admiration, like I don't want my client to be mad at me or think that I was like deliberately disrespecting them or anything. Or and if I get fired, it's not losing the client or the business that's going to bother me. It's losing that relationship, and like, and knowing that I upset somebody, even if it was unintentional. That's what's really bothering me. Okay, so then I can ask myself, well, does my self-worth, does my value as a human being, does that rest upon, does it depend on someone's opinion of me, other people's opinion of me? Does it, is it depending on others when what they think of me? No, right? It should, and I know intellectually the answer should be no. It's called self-esteem, right? Not others' esteem. So then I can say, okay, well then, yeah, my self-worth should not be defined by other people's opinion. It should come from within, right? So then it's like, okay, so then I can just kind of breathe through it all and just like, okay, so then how can I learn from this experience? How can I use this experience to become better in the future, right? And so now I'm feeling better. And so now what can I do, right? I can either pack up and go home, right? If I don't get an answer through text message, or I can go to a coffee shop. Yeah, I can clean my tools, make sure all my tools are clean and set up. I'll go to a coffee shop, maybe there's a park right here with a lake. Maybe I'll go there and meditate, until I hear back. I scheduled the day for him anyways, because he's a big matted doodle. So I already had the day planned for him anyways. So yeah, I guess I don't have to. I guess what really robs me of joy and just being able to relax and enjoy my day, I guess, is the idea that things should be a certain way, right? I should have been here at 9. The doors should be open. I should be working on him right now. It should. And Tony Robbins says we should all over ourselves, by using the word should. And instead of using should, we could use could. I could have been here at 9, but I wasn't. The doors could have been open, but they're not. I could be working on Bailey, but I'm not, and just accept what is rather than try to change what is, and rather than resist what is. Just accept what is, and then just look for ways that you can improve from there, right? And so I can clean my tools, make sure everything's ready and set up. I can go to the park. And I think what I'll do first is go to a coffee shop, get myself some coffee, because I've been trying to stay away from coffee, but right now I could really use a pick-me-up. So maybe I'll go to a coffee shop, get a coffee, and then go to the park here. That's literally right here. And so just go there and relax and meditate and just take some time, right? And then when I hear back from my client, we'll take it from there and see what happens. But I don't have to feel any certain way, I don't have to say, well, it should have been this way or that way. Maybe everything's working out exactly the way it's supposed to work out, So hopefully this helps. It's helping me by just sharing what's going on and what's happening this morning. It's really helping me. But yeah, rather than fight anxiety, dance with it, right? Steel Texas Gal, very well said. And if I have some Kahlua, add that double shot. Yeah, right? Or some Baileys. Oh my goodness. And put some extra whiskey in it. Nah, I'll show up drunk. I don't care if I'm late, like do something then. Do something. And she's a nice little lady. No, I mean, anyways. What are we gonna do, right? We can't control people or circumstances. I can barely control myself, right? And really, that's all I have control over is myself, and I'm having a hard enough time with that. So anyways, see you guys.